What's up everybody, Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new action figure review today from Star Wars The Black Series. We're taking a look at Luke Skywalker and Yoda Jedi Training, or Dagobah Luke and the Yoda 2-pack. Got really lucky and found this a couple weeks early at my local Target, so I'm super excited to have this set. Been waiting for this one for a while. Of course, as most of you guys know out there, but some of you guys may not, Yoda and Luke are both new bodies with new sculpting, so I'm very excited to take a look at these. Of course, it's part of the 40th for Empire Strikes Back, and you have the classic style logo right there. On the side, it is D4, so it's not an exclusive. On the back, here you go. You can pause that and read it, although it's mostly what's on the back of the retro carded figures. On the side here, you can see it says Luke Skywalker and Yoda, and then it says Luke Sky. On the bottom, not a whole lot going on. On the top, some really awesome box cutter damage. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get this thing open. We'll take a look at the accessories and then the figures. Starting out, we have Yoda's cane here, which is pretty nice. It's just some brown painted plastic, and it's got some nice sculpted details to it. And it looks like Yoda's cane, except for now it's even smaller. We also get Luke's blaster, which looks really good. It's got a little bit of brown paint, a little bit of silver paint on it, and of course it looks very accurate, just like it's popped right out of the movie, although this Luke does not have any weapon storage, so there you go. We also get Luke's lightsaber, which is painted really nice. Some little bits of gold paint there, black on the handle, the lightsaber hook, although again, this figure doesn't have any lightsaber storage because it's film accurate. And as always, it's the thicker blue blade, and this with some force, the blade is removable. You also get the backpack to carry Yoda around in, which opens up like this, and it tabs right back into there. It's mostly just blue plastic, but it does have some nice silver details to it. Then we also get some alternate hands for Luke. You get a force-using hand, which looks pretty damn awesome. Of course, when he's like, you know, trying to pull the X-Wing out of the water. And then it also has a joint on it, and it goes down and up, so it could also become, you know, a boy hand. Know what I'm saying? Or a choking hand. Yeah. Then you also get a talk to the hand. Just kidding, we all know it's for the upside down posing here. Which, wow, I can't believe I got that so quickly. First time I tried to nail the upside down pose, took me quite a while, but there you go. As advertised, you can get him to pose one-handed just like that. Now, putting Yoda on top of his leg, completely different story. But just in this pose right here, you can see, hey, you can actually do it. And there he goes. So that lasted a whole 30 seconds there, but it is doable. It is definitely doable. Of course, it could also double as like maybe a little force push hand or something, or, you know, just talk to the hand. And it does have some articulation as well. It can go up just a little bit and down just a little bit like that. So you're gonna have to practice and practice and practice, especially if you want to try and get him in that pose permanently. I don't know if he'll actually be able to do that, but for pictures and stuff like that, I think you could get him posed long enough. And then with the new Yoda, we get two heads. We get eyes open, looking straight forward, sort of a neutral face. And you also get eyes closed, pulling the X-Wing out of the swamp face, which just looks absolutely amazing here. Look at the wonderful details. It's got a great gray wash over it to fill in all those cracks and crevices on Yoda's face. And I even love that they nailed the smirk that the puppet of Yoda had, especially during this scene. I think that just looks absolutely incredible. The archive wave Yoda head looked great, but now these heads look even better. And you can see the hair is sculpted really nice as well. More of that gray wash. Really nice green paint, a little bit darker green on top, and then it fades into something lighter there. Looks really awesome. Overall, you get a lot of really great accessories. Of course, you could always include a couple more things, like I think it would have been awesome maybe, even though he has the jacket on in that scene, but to get, you know, just like Vader's helmet with Luke's face in it, or just something like that. But I think all the essentials are here. The alternate hands are nice and something we don't see often in the Black Series, so that's really cool. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the figures. And here is Luke and Yoda out of the packaging together with Yoda on Luke's back, and both of these figures look absolutely fantastic. I think we definitely might have one of the best, if not the best, Mark Hamill photoreal heads to date, and the new updated Yoda is also absolutely fantastic, and the head sculpt looks really awesome. Lots of great details on these guys, so let's not waste a whole time. We'll take them off the stand and get a closer look, and we will start with Yoda. So as you can see, this new Yoda looks absolutely fantastic, and just as a quick comparison, here is the archive Yoda right next to it, and you can see even between these two, the details are just on a complete whole other level with this new Yoda head. Of course, the closed eye one looks great as well, but you can see this one has some really nice eye details to it. The neutral expression is really nice. Similar to the other head, there's a nice gray wash over the figure with some darker green paint and some lighter green paint throughout, and that just looks so awesome. And for those of you curious about the height difference, here that is. But yeah, taking a look, you get the plastic necklace there, the belt. The soft goods tunic is nice. Of course, it frays a lot. However, on this figure, the belt is not removable like the archive release, so you can't really remove the tunic unless you find a way to slip this belt off or cut it off. But you can still see he's got the brown jumpsuit going on underneath the robe, so that's really nice. I think it looks fine. Maybe the robe might be a little too big because it covers his hands, but I think overall it looks pretty awesome. And I mean, you can just push the sleeves up a little bit to have the hands come out. And here are the hands up close and personal, sculpted very small, very tight grip there for the cane, and they look great. Really nice paint apps. And this one is also a really tight grip, so I doubt you'll really be able to get his lightsaber into either of these hands unless you really force it. This one I think was definitely body and everything made in mind to just be original trilogy Yoda. But hey, I mean, honestly, the archive Yoda kind of looks like younger Yoda now, so he could just be your prequel Yoda permanently. So now let's look at Luke. All right, and here is Luke up close and personal, and with the bag still on, but you can just take this off, and I found the best way to take it off and put it on is to do that. Sort of one arm it and then strap him on in just like that. But yeah, taking a look at this head sculpt with the photoreal paint application, I honestly think this might be one of the very best looking Luke heads, if not the best. Especially the hair too. The hair is a great sculpt. You've got the blonde hair going with the nice darker brownish wash on it to give it some dimension there, and that just looks so good. Of course, down the figure you can see he's got all the dirt and grit and grime of Dagobah on his tank top, and you can see the texture details are there as well. The pants also continue that same great amount of detail, and you can see that he has the new single jointed knees where they, if you have them closed completely like that, it kind of hides the joint, and that's pretty awesome. But of course, when you open it, you kind of get a little bit of an eyesore there, but the sculpt work on the pants just looks absolutely fantastic, and I don't mind the single jointed knees. I still think they get the job done. The boots are just brown plastic, and I think maybe we could have gotten just a little bit of detail on here. They look a little bit flat, especially compared to the rest of the figure there. But overall, I think the details are really, really nice on Luke. Easily one of the best photoreal heads for Mark Hamill that we've seen so far. So now let's take a look at the articulation. We're gonna start with Yoda. All right, so here he is. Yoda can look down just a little bit. He can look up just a little bit as well. And of course you can get that rotation. He does have some attitude as well, so you can get some decent Yoda head poses out of this one. And for those curious as well, unfortunately this peg is a lot smaller than the other Yoda, so the head swapping between the bodies won't be just as easy as popping them off and popping them back on. You're either going to have to do some heat work or some trim work to get them if you wanted to swap between the archive and this Yoda. His arms can go out about that far, and of course they can rotate up like that and then down like that. Of course, with the soft goods, you can't really twist the arm all the way around. You can see he's got a single jointed elbow that gets you 90 degrees. The hands can rotate, and they do have a slight hinge to them that goes up and down. For the legs, Yoda can kick that far out. He does actually have a single jointed knee now, so this Yoda figure has better articulation than the Archive Yoda. Single jointed knee and a leg that just popped right off. And of course at the knee is a swivel as well. The foot can go up that far and can go down that far, and you do actually get ankle pivot out of there. So yeah, not too bad in the articulation department for this brand new Yoda figure. It actually has better articulation than the previous Yoda, so that is awesome. Now let's take a look at Luke. Okay, so for Luke's articulation, he can actually look up pretty dang far, and he can look down a decent amount as well. You do get the side to side, and it has the new Black Series technology where the neck has 2 points of articulation. So at the base of the skull you get a little bit there, and then of course up top you get all sorts of great movement, side to side, rotating, a little bit of exorcist, whatever you like in there, and that's just great. The shoulders move out all the way. They look great, work great. Of course he can twist around. He does have a slight butterfly joint as well. Single jointed elbows that actually give you more than 90 degrees, those wonderful deep cut elbows we've seen in the Black Series for quite a while at this point. Of course, you can swivel at the bicep. The hand rotates around and it goes down and it goes up. And this hand also rotates, but it has the other hinge, so it goes in and out there. He's got a cut right here at his torso, and he can crunch that far forward and he can crunch that far back. Of course, you could also twist it at the torso as well. I was kind of hoping we'd have another cut down here, sort of like some of the Power Ranger figures, or maybe they could have given him like the Power Ranger style ab articulation to get him in some really crazy poses, but it's not a complete deal breaker for me. I still think this new body has a lot of good stuff on it. The leg can kick out that far. Luke can do the splits about this far. Can't really kick back all too much. You get the thigh swivel right there. The single jointed knee, which gives you 90 degrees, so that's great. Plenty of motion there, and of course it rotates as well. And for the feet, they can move down very far. They can move up pretty much not at all. That's mostly flat. And of course you get tons of ankle pivot. So overall, I think Yoda and Luke have some really nice articulation. This new Luke body is great. This new Yoda body is really nice as well. Of course, he's also pretty much accurately scaled now. So now that we've seen both of them, we're gonna go ahead and set them back here and we'll do some comparisons. All right, so here's Luke and Yoda next to Luke and Luke, then Luke and Luke, then Luke and Luke, then the Attack of the Clones Anakin, and the Bandai Boba Fett model kit. Then with the SH Figuarts Rogue One tank pilot and the Mayfex First Order Stormtrooper. So there you have it, another excellent 2-pack from Star Wars The Black Series. Hasbro has been killing it lately with the Black Series line, and these two figures are another fantastic addition to the collection. Definitely think everyone out there should pick this one up. Luke is also getting a single release, but I don't believe he's included with the extra hands, and who knows when or if the new Yoda will see a single release. I'm sure it will at some point, but for right now, Yoda is exclusive to this set. And with them both being brand new figures, I think this is 100% worth it. You get quite a few accessories, especially for the Black Series, 2 brand new body molds, and you just can't beat that. So that's my review for the 2-pack. What do you guys think? Are you going to pick it up or are you going to leave it behind? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about action figures and such on the channel. Of course, I'm Nate from Out of the Basement. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.